What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. I hope everybody's having a great day. Folks, a little bit better today. Just going to work on it until we can get better. Not sure yet whether there's going to be a Friday night hangout. At this point, I'm going to say no, okay? Only because it's only a couple, 2-3 days away, and, I'm not sure I'm 100% with it. I may not, so I'm still on the fence. But at this point, I'm going to say no. Now, if I do jump on there, it'll be great, you know what I mean, to be able to talk with everybody. But we're going to see what happens. It's still about 2 to 3 days away, so we'll just play it by ear, so to speak, right? All right, guys, I got another cool one for you today. If you thought the other one was good, this one's equally cool. The difference with this one, it's Curiosity rover, SAL 3223. And when you see the stuff in this one, oh, dear Lord, scattered everywhere, and like the whole ground is full of anomalies. Some of them, and it's pure speculation, of course, because, again, we can't vet any of the stuff we're seeing. We can only say what it looks like, right? One of them looks like the top of a vehicle, and one of them looks like a rail buggy, like this, like nose down. Now, I'm not saying, again, that's what it is, but when you see it, you can't help but to go, wow, what is going on here? These guys, both Curiosity rover, Perseverance, and, of course, you got the helicopter going around, Ingenuity, you got all kinds of stuff going on Mars, and guess what? They're not there just for rocks, folks. When you see this one, again, it's as dark, if not darker, in fact, it is darker, than the prior photo we did in the prior video. You know what, folks? Let's just jump right into it, and let me show you. And you can see it right here. SAL 3223, right navigation camera, or NavCam. This image was taken by the right navigation cam on board NASA's Mars rover, Curiosity, on SAL 3223. This is about, 8-9 days ago? So, it's not that old. And, of course, it's Curiosity and not Perseverance. Image credit goes to NASA, JPL, and Caltech. Of course, you can enlarge it like this here, and this is what you see. Now, I had people tell me, why do they even post these photos if they don't want us to see it? Because they're doing things like this, folks, so that you and I can't see what's really in here. But when you brighten it up, and what I'm going to do is this. You can go into Photoshop, and you can hit shadows and highlights, right? And then you can just bring up your exposure. And that's what we're going to do for you. So let's just jump right into Photoshop. All right, here it is here. Now, somebody, when I do these lines in the beginning, somebody said to me, it's kind of boring. Why do you do that? For one, well, actually a couple reasons. One, I want you to see this stuff before I even get into any kind of enhancements. Because this stuff is, in fact, in the photo, but it's what's being hidden is awesome. Again, let's just get a little deeper into this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the photo much bigger. And we're going to bring up the exposure. So here we go. Now this photo is nothing less than awesome. Let me show you a couple things, and one of the things really stands out that's just really, really cool. Okay, so you're going to see something over here that's just absolutely cool. You have this item right here. And I'm going to go ahead and just rotate this a little bit for you guys, right? I want you to see this. Because, again, it's that weirdness where they do white and a little brown. Check this out. This is pretty cool. If you look carefully, you can see what looks like round or oval pieces. Okay, see something doing this. Coming down. I'm saying to myself, what could that possibly be? But when you see it, you're going to be like, wow, this is just absolutely neat. Here. Now, let's rotate this back. This item here. Check this out. This is pretty cool. Notice how this thing's sticking up out of the ground, goes across, comes back down, but where's the rest of it? Right here. You can see that going like this, and you can see a darker area in this. Again, it's okay if part of that's exposed, but let's hide the rest of it. What's the point? Exactly. And people say, oh, I don't know why they even put these photos out if they're trying to hide it, because you've seen how dark this photo was. Again, it's almost like they're saying, listen, if you want to dig for this, you'll find the answers. However, when you confront them with it, they go, pareidolia, swamp gas. This item here, which is pretty neat. When you see this area here, it's got fudging in it. And this thing actually takes on a whole different object. And you'll see that. This thing is pretty cool. I'm going to jump to the one I think is just the coolest thing ever. This item right here. Check this thing out. It's metallic. You can actually see that. Okay? Check this thing out. It almost looks like this weird helmet type thing, right? See that? And it has what looks like a circle and some other little details on it. However, this is where they're messing with you. This whole thing is mechanical. What you're not seeing is what's in the white. This is the actual manipulation and obfuscation. Notice how this thing goes like this. And then you see other little items in here. All right. All right, so let's back out. Notice these items right here. Almost symmetrical. They look like they're sticking out, but they also look like this one's doing this. They're sticking out, and they look like they're angled differently than the other. Do you guys see that? Like kind of, this one's going this way, this one's going this way. But they almost look symmetrical. This item just below it, again, this is where I want people to pay attention. This is what I bring out. And folks, I'm going to be honest with you. Not to blow my own horn, there's not another person out there doing this work. What I'm saying is, I'm not doing anything special that nobody here can do, or any other anomaly hunter. But like I said before, they got their own flavor, they do their own thing, and they do a fantastic job. I like to get deeply into a photo and bring out lines. Here's one of the lines and some of the little objects that are hiding. Notice this line right here. And I'm going to be right to the tip of that thing. See it right here? And notice the little piece inside it. And has something sticking up. And you can see that. Notice that line right there. Okay? These are the things I bring out. I want to see the things that are hidden in the photo, not so much the obvious. And of course, we do the obvious as well. You know that. Okay? Okay, move it along. Check this out. This item. Something right here. Almost looks like this weird plate. And what looks like almost like a frickin' handle. But check this out. Something right here. Looks like it has what looks like a rectangular opening. Does this. Comes back down. Right here. Not sure what to make of that. And if you look carefully, you can see like two slightly lighted areas. Like almost like round, brighter objects in it, right? Okay. Move it along. This area, we can bring out pretty decent. And this is the item I'm telling you about. Looks like this weird rail buggy. And when I enhance it, you're going to see exactly what I mean. Because we can bring this up. We can bring some of this out. Not all, but we can bring a lot of it out. Here's another thing that's pretty interesting. Check this out. Look at the top of this hill. Lines, folks. Lines. Okay? Now, when I go to this hill after, once I do the full enhancement, you can see this, by the way. Look at these squares and stuff. I'm trying to figure out if this, in fact, is an actual structure that's blown to bits. Let me explain. When I do this here, you can see what looks like the casing to this mountain's been blown apart, okay? And you'll see this pretty well when I'm done, okay? This is doing this. So now check this out. Where is the most concentrated items? Right here. In this area. This one, you notice how there's a little bit of a space, not too much, not too bad. Then all of a sudden, more stuff in this space. So I'm wondering if that's the case. Some of the stuff was blown out of the side of it. And of course, again, pure speculation. But nonetheless, you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's just get a little deeper into this. Here, there's some kind of item, and you'll see this pretty clearly when I'm done. This right here, you can see a very fine line. I'll bring it up a little bit more. Right here. These little lines here. And you can see that right here. See how it's like gray here, but then white here at the very bottom. It goes gray and then white, and you can see these other pieces. That's what we have to keep an eye on. And in order to bring out the full object, we need to be able to bring out, in other words, if they decide to do this all half gray and this half white, we need to make the whole thing white so we can see the whole object. And that's important. Notice the lines in the ground. Okay? Here. Here. They're all over the place. Again, things are being hidden on here on a scale that nobody can understand. It just is really bizarre. We got two lines right here, very faint. Looks like something's right there. Right here. And you can see something on the opposite side as well. Let me take these out and you can see them. Right here. Okay. Something right here. Again, this is false. Once you see this, it looks like a bunch of technology just laying there. Okay. But again, I'm showing you these things without doing any enhancements so people can see that these are not being put in. Now, again, a bunch of manipulation and crap, so you can't make out what it is. Check this little item out right here on the top of this rock. Not sure what to make of that? Bring the lines out. That's the key. All right, without further ado, let's jump into this. Okay? Let's jump into the full enhancement. Get ready for this, folks. Okay. Again, the mountain. You see the most debris over here and over here. Where are these lines at? Okay? I'm beginning to think these are not mountains at all. In fact, I know they're not. So this is what I'm saying. I think we're seeing a lot more here than, really what's really going on. And folks, there's so much in here to see. I'm just going to do several things that I already mentioned, and then I'm going to show you a couple other pieces, and we can go from there. And you guys can tell me what you see as well. You might say, hey, look at this timestamp at 10:32 or whatever. I see this thing you circled, whatever. Like you guys are good at doing anyway, right? Okay. So here's that item I was telling you about in the beginning. Right here. It's right there. Can't miss it. Let me move in a little bit more. Don't want to go in too far because then it'll distort it. Now, here it is. It's there, folks. It's right there. Just bringing out the lines. Notice this piece here as well. There you are, folks. This. Is that there? Absolutely. There's the lines. Bring the lines out. That's what it comes down to. Okay. Let's move along to the right. And again, folks, I'm not going to cover every single thing. There's a ton to see here. This item, which I showed you, and said about this one, it takes on a different form. There's that item right here. And, of course, this one here. Is there more stuff to it? Yes. The line, I can see the line of this doing this. Going like that. And there's tons of this stuff laying everywhere. Oh, my God. This item in the ground. You can see the lines in here. It almost makes you think. Now, remember we were talking about this where is it possible this tiny aliens, meaning maybe a foot tall or whatever they may be, or are they much bigger, something similar to our size? So are these structures or are they machine parts that's been blown out of the side of this so-called mountain or butte? And I don't think that's it at all. I believe that it's actually a structure. And they're doctoring this thing up to make it look like a mountain. And it clearly is not. Okay. Here's the other two pieces I was telling you about that look symmetrical. Going in two different directions. Right there. Right there. See them coming down. This one's got a little bit different shape. It looks like it has like a cutout and going down. This one here, going like this. Now look at the pieces under it right here. They're there. Look at the lines. Right there. What they do is they had half of it doing this. And then the rest of it, you can see the line again with this round piece. See that? Here we go. And I like to do the comparison so you can actually see that. You can actually see two squares right here with a darker area. Again, these guys are great at taking out contrast or black. If you take it out, you're taking the lines out, you're taking everything out of the photo. You're taking away the depth of the photo. Okay. Now, this is where this gets cool. This is what I was telling you about right here. Looks like this weird helmet thing or whatever this may be. It definitely looks metallic. And again, this piece, watch this. You can see the blur, guys. Look at it. So once you burn this away, you actually burn off the overlay that's in the photo. Again, here we go. See the lines here? Just some of them, because a lot of this is all whitened and over it. Once you bring out the lines, you bring it through this manipulation. Especially this right here, this darker area they were trying to hide. Okay, and you know these two are here because this is the original photo. Only the exposure just turned up. It's right there, folks. Look at this. Something doing this. But it is there. You can see it. But see how they did black, white, to throw the eyes off so you don't see the full object sitting here. And again, look at the lines here, all the little lines, and you can see where they've really went to town. Oh my God, this is crazy. But the stuff is actually there. This item down here, or items. Look at the way this thing is rounded here. Pieces like this. Some kind of round disc type thing. Another one is something right here, another design. Not sure what to make any of that. But they're there. You can see the straight line under it. And you can see it's like this weird V-type shape. And then we have this other piece. Once you burn away that crap around it, there you go. Something over here. Just underneath this little handle type thing I told you. Things in the background here. Look at this. They are there. And this here, you can actually see it still does this and goes around it. And the other lines in here. Okay. Something right here. This is pretty cool. Right here. Where you can see something doing this. Coming around like this here. And whatever this thing is, okay, this item here, not sure what to even make of this. But check this out. Other pieces being exposed right next to it. You can see the line coming down again, like this. Half of it's gray, the other half white. Yeah. But that item is actually there. It's right there. Now, let's slide it over again to the right. Here's this item I was telling you about. You notice how you can see there's a little bit of white right here. And then it goes back into this gray crap. But let's bring it out as much as we can. Okay. Notice the frame of this thing. It's clearly doing this. Again, this piece right here. Going across. And then it looks like all kinds of weird stuff right here. And you try to get through this crap as much as possible. Especially the black. Because that's where they really like to go to town in this thing. And really hide. Check this thing out. I just noticed this now. I didn't even see this earlier. Look at the way this thing's pointed. It almost looks like it has frickin' windows to it. It almost looks like when you do the full enhancement, this is what you see. Okay, it's doing this. And of course, we get this black in here that they've added. It goes up like this. And then back down. Almost looks like some kind of weird craft or something right there. But I think that's a bunch of mechanical stuff. Notice the lines inside of the back of this. Okay. Folks, check this out. Here's another item. Looks like the top of a vehicle laying right here. See, it looks like it's got something round right here. But what is that? And it's right here in the photo. I can see it right here. Again, look at the actual blurring right here. And what they do is they just went like this. Just kind of filled it in. Went like this. So that's why it looks so distorted. But let's burn through all the garbage. Bring the lines back. And you can see that. So this stuff you're seeing here is just a manipulation I'm trying to get through. So this is just garbage in here. But when you bring out the lines to it, because you can clearly see the corner over here, going across, so you don't know what you're going to find until you stop burning, because the overlay will kind of disappear and the real shape will come out. Just junk laying everywhere, folks. Look at this. This, to me, is absolute strong evidence for intelligent life on Mars. You can see that. Clearly, these are not rocks. We don't know what the stuff is. Again, the stuff's just being hidden on a scale we just can't understand. Here's that item I was telling you about. And you see something coming out of here. You see that? Again, we've got this square thing going on. We got something on the side of this. I'm not sure what that is. We've got these other pieces here. You can see the way this thing's shaped. Got pieces coming down. Looks like maybe a third here. Got something at the top of this right here. Looks like it's kind of thin and it gets a little wider. See that? Something that looks like it's round here, and maybe one that's faint on the back of it. Just way too many things in it. I think what they did here in the foreground, this is the reason why it just looks like a bunch of mumbo jumbo, is because they just like put lines to try to block out stuff, and this is the reason why you can't see it too well. I noticed this too. If it's a top of something or what this is right here, but see how it's shiny, like it's almost like a metal. Not sure what to make of that. But the background to me, right off the bat, this stuff is already in the photo. I showed you that before we even got into this. Check this out too. This is pretty neat. This item, check out the shapes in here. Clearly that's not natural. And you can see the lines right here. Even if you were to say, X that. Okay. What does this in nature? I'm sorry. Wind and water erosion just doesn't do that, folks. It just doesn't do it. This, if you look at this item, it looks like it has a bunch of little pieces in here. If we just do this right here, see that? But this is, in fact, much more to this after we bring the lines back. If you notice where all the whitest areas are, all of the shapes are in it. So what you do is you burn through this stuff, and you can find, it'll bring out the lines that they put the white over to erase it. Again, it makes it look like 2D in these other areas, like they're almost flat, right? Now, obviously, this is not going to look 2D because you can clearly see it's an object. Now, these are not rocks in any way, shape, or form. But check that out. Now, I'm just going to back out a little bit. And again, look at the top of this. I'm wondering if this was a shell of a structure and they blew it to pieces. This is the reason why I have most of these anomalies here. And then you got some right here, no doubt. Another hole in the side. And look at all the junk laying here. You can just see the way this stuff is stacked, that clearly this stuff looks like it's just caved in or just fell off there. I don't know. Is it machinery? It looks like that to me. Is it possible it's structures? Good possibility. I don't know. But what I'm seeing, it's what's left over from a Martian civilization. It's as simple as that. Go one more time over this so you guys can check this out. I'm going to go from left to right. Again, pay attention even to the littlest patterns on the ground here. I didn't point this out up here, but check that out. This is something right here. It's quite large. Now, I'm not sure if this is blacked out. It might have been. But you can see this. I did show this part, but check this out. What are the chances of having these intricate details sitting right here? And like I said, you can say, this is all crap. Okay, we can go with that. But still, what is that? What is that? Clearly, that doesn't look like a simple rock. Look at the details in it. Look at it. No way, no how. Simple as that. And you can see where they tried to cover this up. Because after I went through this, this is what I found. This stuff is there. It is absolutely there. What it is, no way to know. All you can do is speculate. That's it. Make sure you guys get most of this photo. Again, looks like the tops of vehicles of some sort. I'm not sure. Again, pure speculation. And this item right here. And again, we can see stuff hidden in the side of this so-called mountain, right? This one. Something right here. Almost looks like it has this darker dome type thing to it. Something here. Not sure what to make of that. Whatever that is. See this on the left? Watch this. This is the original, just brightened up. It's there. There's no doubt about it. Again, look at the lines. They're right there. This weird shape. Right there, you can see it. In fact, it actually goes out this way too. I just noticed this. See that? What is it? Anyone's guess. So there you go, folks. Again, we are looking at a debris field. And it's right there. Again, most of it is hidden, but even if we were to go by just the things that we see, just these here. Just these right here. Smaller pieces. It's mind-boggling, the stuff that's in here. The idea is to get into this thing and find out what's really here. Here, like I said. This item right here. Turns out it's this whole thing. This in the back. Looks like it has that framework. There you go, folks. And there you are. Guys, I said I was going to have another good one. And I think this one here has more parts than the other one did. And again, this is Curiosity Rover. So it just goes to show you what they're really, really doing up there. Are they still taking soil samples and stuff like that? Which they said they got the very first one that was solid they could put in a tube. Awesome work. But that's not the only thing they're doing. Are you going to tell me that they're just looking at, obviously the Perseverance is doing that and not the Curiosity as far as the soil samples, right? But still, you cannot tell me that they are just there. Oh, there's another nice cool looking rock. Let's go ahead and drill that for no reason. Oh, there's another cool rock over here. Let's just go ahead and do that. There's no way that drill bit would last that long. Or the abrasion tool, like we used to call the RAT, the rock abrasion tool. There's no way they could have done that. Or they could be doing it for that long. So the question is, what are they really doing up there? Yeah, they might do a little bit of sampling here and there, but in the meantime, they're doing something else. Or is it possible that what we're seeing is what the rover's really doing, and then when it comes to the rock things, like when it shows they're doing soil sampling, is that being done here at home? Because can they do both of them? Like, in other words, soil sample and look over there at the same time? I don't know. You guys can always drop your comments. Let me know what you think. And definitely let me know what you see. Just drop a timestamp with it, and we can all check it out. Don't forget to like, and please share this video. Everybody needs to see this. I'm doing my best to share it as well. The truth needs to come out. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, folks, so YouTube will share this. And guys, got some more cool stuff coming up, so stay tuned for that. Again, folks, thanks for watching. Always appreciated. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.